Absolutely. All right. So the allegations, concerning your principal, and it's worrisome. And we see it on social media. We see it on print media. That's concerning a former governor, Senator AMINU, former governor of Sokoto State, and a prominent lawmaker in Nigeria. Allegations yet to be proven by the court, but this has actually sparked a lot of political reactions from opposition figures like the ADC, calling it politically motivated. The PDP in Sokoto issued a statement saying that allegations against AMINU TAMBUWAL is politically motivated, and all of that. And it seems opposition, some persons even talked about being targeted by opposition. But the federal government has been very clear that it has nothing of sorts, and that anti-graft agencies in this government are operating independently without, persuasion by the federal government in any way. I like that we talk about that, but before then, let's go for a short break, and when we return, please stay with us, as you're going to be helping us unpack, as Nigerians are watching all over the country, to get to understand what is actually going on with your principal, Senator AMINU TAMBUWAL, as you give us explanation to these issues. Let's go for a short break, and when we return, we'll still have UMAR with us and ASA to Senator, former governor of Sokoto State, AMINU TAMBUWAL. We'll be right back. Just joining us, this is Big Talk on Global Television, a program where we highlight political issues across the country and try to make sense of the discussion. I'm still talking to the SA, to the Senator, Senator AMINU TAMBUWAL, former governor of Sokoto State, and private individuals and government officials. And also, there's also another allegation that the government alleges that proceeds totaling about 16.1 billion naira remain unaccounted for, with some of those funds reportedly transferred into private and corporate accounts. So I'd like to ask, as somebody who's worked closely with the senator, what is happening? Can you give us a rundown? What is happening? And are there these allegations? I know these are issues that we can't say yes or no, but as somebody who's worked with him and who understands the issues more, can you please educate us and let us understand what's actually going on?
I'm pertaining this issue, as you said, these are allegations that are yet to be proven by courts. The EFCC and other anti-graft agencies are independent bodies that are saddled with the responsibility of checkmating financial transactions, financial crimes, and economic crimes. So the EFCC, ICPC, and other graft agencies have the rights. They are authorized to carry out investigations. They have the right to investigate former and current political office holders, with the exception of the executive, that is the president, the vice president, and governor and deputy governor, that have the immunity. They can only be investigated after they left office. So these are not come as a surprise to me, being him the governor of the state from 2015 to 2023. We expect such things to arise, but only the court can decide whether these allegations are true or false. But by my own opinion, by going by the person I know who TAMBUWAL is, I know him to be a person of high regard. I heard him with high regard, being him a person that uphold integrity of public service. He's a person that you can never see him being involved himself in such illicit attitudes, illicit dealings that can attract sanctions or other things. But as I told you, these are allegations that can only be proven right or otherwise by the court. So if the EFCC have their case established, if they have strong case against him, they can present it to the court, and the court will decide whether the allegations are true or not. So that is all I can say about the allegations.
To ask, at the moment, is the senator at home? There are reports that the senator may be in the confines of the EFCC. Have you spoken to him? Is he doing well? Is he fine at the moment?
He's doing well. He's fine. He has left the EFCC custody this evening. He's at home right now.
All right. So, okay. So, let's move over as we talk on other issues. And what is the situation with your government that left in 2025 with the current government? What is the relationship like? Are you relating with the APC government in Sokoto State? Are you presenting ideas? Are you sharing ideas with the government, present APC government in the state?
Well, the relationship is that of the opposition and the ruling party. It is a kind of relationship where if we see things happening the way they are not supposed to be happening, we will checkmate the government, we will keep the government on its toes, we will criticize for the government to do the right thing, because you know the government is a continuous process. Not because you are not in government, the reason that you are not in government should not be the reason that you cannot say anything about the government. So whenever we see the government doing the things not the way they are supposed to do, we can advise them publicly, we can criticize, we can do whatever it takes for them to identify the mistakes and correct it, because we want the people to feel the impact of the government. And where they do the right thing, also we can commend them and say kudos to them. That's the kind of relationship we are having with them.
All right, still talking about the politics of your state. And in 2025, this 2025, we've had key members of your party defecting to the APC. What does that speak to your party? Like the chairman of the Traders Association defected to the APC, citing the governor's infrastructural and social programs as a reason for defecting, and also tensions. It seems to be some tensions within your party for those who may be trying to position themselves to contest for governorship in 2027. Are people leaving the PDP in Sokoto State? Because of course we see it happen a lot in Nigeria that when a party leaves power, some politicians just seem to follow the other party who's in power. Is that what is happening to your party at this moment? Because they talk about funding. Is there anybody funding the PDP at this moment? If you like to give us names.
That was what I was traditional politics in Nigeria. Whenever whenever an election was held and the winner won the election and the government had been sworn in, you see opposition figures trooping into the ruling party. Unlike what you are having now in Sokoto, you made mention of the chairman of Traders Association. Apart from the chairman of the Traders Association, whoever have you heard that he has left the PDP and to join the APC? We even have some scenarios, some cases where the people in government are defected to the PDP. We have a lot of cases like that. Even the APC now in the state have split it into two parts. There is an APC of the government, and there is the other senator, that's Senator Lami, the senator representing Sokoto East. He's not in good terms with the government, and people are defecting from the ruling APC to his own APC. So I can tell you that categorically that the PDP in Sokoto State is more united than the APC that had the government. So we have never had a case where like 10 to 20 people have defected from PDP to the ruling APC in Sokoto. So I'm very confident with the way we are doing our things, and I'm very confident that the people, the masses, have seen what has happened what has been happening in the government, and they have seen what we did during our government, and it is left for them to decide whether they will bring us back or vote for them again. But I'm very sure, I'm very confident. I can tell you that I attest to that people are going to vote for us come 2027 by the grace of God.
All right, so I'm still interrogating the state of your party at the moment. Like you said people are not leaving your party, that your party is the party to watch out for in 2027, going into the election. But I asked the question, who is funding the party? Because politicians talk about funding a lot, and it seems when the party is not in power, they don't have funding. So Do you have people in Sokoto who are ready to fund the PDP who was not in power, maybe to get into power in 2027?
A party that is just 2 years out of power, still running. We are still running ourselves. We are still doing our activities. We are still. That is to tell you that. Yeah, we have people that are funding the party. We have different people, different stakeholders, from business people, what have you. We have politicians, we have business people, other people. That there is even a scenario where people in what level contribute money between themselves to conduct some party activities. That is to tell you how lovely the PDP is within the Sokoto state. So we are doing very okay. We are not facing any financial challenges within our party. So our party is a party to watch out. And telling you this, PDP is getting stronger by the day. PDP is getting stronger. It's getting stronger. The people in the government are being disappointed with the way things are going in the government. So they are trying to side with the opposition. They are just waiting for the right time. It is just 2 years after the election. We still have another year before the electioneering time to start. And I am very sure, I am very confident to tell you this, that in the next 1 year you will see people trooping from the APC government into the PDP opposition party in the state. So I am very confident that people will vote for us in 2027 by the grace of God.
That's very optimistic of you. But I'd like to ask now, we have several parties that seem to be trying to take root in Sokoto State at the moment. The PRP, the SDP, the ADC, the Labour Party, and the PDP still as an opposition party. What are you looking at? Are there talks about maybe coming into one group and supporting one candidate so you could muscle? Of course, we won, the APC won the elections by 52%, meaning that you were very close in the last governorship election. What are the plans? Is there like a coalition, or there are talks about the SDP? Have you had conversation with the senator? Is he moving to the ADC? Is that something he's considering? People have talked about his closeness to a former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, and we saw him, at that formation of the major that came together, coalition that decided to choose the ADC as a vehicle. Are there conversations around that level that you may want to, help us understand that he may be going over to the ADC, or maybe we'll just stick with the PDP?
Well, as far as I am concerned at the moment, PDP is the main opposition in Sokoto State. Yes, we have the ADC, we have the SDP, the PRP, the Labour Party, and what have you. Well, but the only thing I know is that the opposition people, not the parties, the opposition figures are coming together to form a coalition to adopt a single candidate. So whether they choose to stay in PDP or move to the ADC, the main objective is to unseat the APC. So whatever the decision that is made to challenge the APC, whether to remain in the PDP or to go to the APC, to the ADC, in order to unseat the APC, we are ready to join. And when you talk about the opposition in Sokoto, the political party is AMINU TAMBUWAL. Wherever he moves, people will move with him.
All right, so still talking about, let's now talk about representation, especially the office that you've worked with. You've worked as the SA to Senator AMINU TAMBUWAL. People talk about senatorial constituency projects. People talk about, do we even need as many senators? What are the senators doing? Can you just highlight some projects that you've done that you think that Senator AMINU TAMBUWAL has actually touched the lives of people in Sokoto State? As a senator, not as a governor now.
Yeah, as a senator, yes, he has really performed well. He has done his best to transform education sector in his senatorial zone. There are blocks of classrooms across the 7 local government he's represented that he has built. There are boreholes. If you have you have told me that we are going to touch this issue before. Now I will have provided you with pictures, with evidence pictures. There are classrooms. There are I think there is even road project that was done in TURETA local government. There are health facilities. There are two to three primary healthcare centers that were renovated by him. So he has really performed well in that aspect, in the aspect of in the areas of health, in the areas of education, transport, and in agriculture as well. I can remember during his 2 years as a senator, in every rainy season of the years, he has distributed fertilizers free of charge to the farmers within the zone. So even this year, the fertilizer is still coming. That we are about to plug up the distribution, maybe within this month or early next month. So he has done well, and he's still doing well in order to bring the benefit of democracy to his people. So people are okay with his representation.
All right, now it talks about running for, of course, he contested as an aspirant in 2025. We saw him contest under the platform of the PDP at the time, as an aspirant. Is it something he's considering in 2027? Or maybe after 2027, is there still a presidential ambition in the table?
Well, we are still in 2025. It is not yet time for people to declare their ambition. So we wait for that time to come. When the time comes, he will tell whatever it is, whether to contest or not. So we are still in 2025.
Or is he going back to the Senate? Is that something he's thinking of?
Well, as I told you, it is not yet time for people to declare their intention to run for office. We wait till the appropriate time. When the INEC announces the time, then you know what is stand.
Absolutely, I know. Yes, it's not yet time, but politicians could, be positioning themselves. But very, very quickly too, how have you been interested in raising other young people? Because we talk about this in our government, where we have people who've served as former governors, former ministers, former senators, still recycling around the place of politics. As a young person, are you not concerned that we may keep having people who've been for too long around power, just rotating? And how has your principal, Senator AMINU TAMBUWAL, been able to look at young people and raise them, give them political mentorship, so we could have other people rise in the political career? You may just want to talk about that as we close the show.
Well, if you talk about that, I will tell you that TAMBUWAL is a champion in that aspect. I can remember during his second term as a governor, he appointed a commissioner as young as 30 years of age. He's now serving as a honorable member in the Federal House of Reps, Honorable Bashir Guro. He's been mentored by TAMBUWAL. There is another member also, Honorable UMAR, who is also not up to 40 years. All the two young men are not up to 40 years. They are in the Green Chamber now, mentored by AMINU TAMBUWAL. There is another member in person of Honorable Abdusamad Dasuki, the member representing TAMBUWAL. He's just, I think he's just 42 or 43 years of age. So when you talk about bringing young people into politics, I think no one could come close to Senator TAMBUWAL. And even in the State Assembly, in 2023 election, he presented 15 young people to contest for the office of member of the State House of Assembly, out of which we have like seven now that are serving as honorable members in the State Assembly. They are not up to 40 years. None of them is up to 40 years. So when we talk about bringing young people into politics, I think nobody comes close to AMINU TAMBUWAL. And I'm very sure that in the next round of election, he will present more young people into the Green and the Green Chamber and the State Assembly as well. And I think even the gubernatorial candidacy will be presented to a much younger person. Yeah, I can remember in 2023, the person that was placed to deputize the gubernatorial candidate was about 42 years of age at that moment. So when you talk about bringing young people, I think no one comes closer to TAMBUWAL.
Thank you so much, Honorable SHAFIU UMAR, for talking to us today. SA to Senator AMINU TAMBUWAL, former governor of Sokoto State, and also Senator. Thank you so much for talking to us and giving us these clarifications and sharing your experience with us. Thank you so much. We do appreciate you.
My pleasure. Thank you so much, Mr. Wa.
All right. Okay, people, and that's the size of our show for you tonight. Remember that Big Talk comes up every weekday on Global Television from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Do have for yourself a wonderful and fantastic night. Enjoy yourself.